This is a pair of sneakers I bought on the resale market, and I bought them from eBay, but luckily I got them for retail under uh, basically because they weren't selling that much, and Jordan 6 aren't popular now. And before, all the retros are selling out a couple of years ago, but now they seem to be pretty dead in terms of resale value. But I still like them, and this is the Jordan 6 Carmine, and I really like this shoe, and I love the color blocking on this, being the red and the white, and then you got the Nike Air on the back. That always is a must for me. And I know the Jordan 6 were based upon a Porsche type design, so you can see like sort of spoiler at the back, and the front kind of looks like a Porsche without headlights. And just the trainer itself looks very sort of kind of almost sort of sporty vibes as well. And I also like the little lace lock they provide, similar to the Jordan 5, and then you got this tongue with some air holes in there. And I like the fact that you can put the laces underneath this loop, and then you got the Jordan logo on top as well, which is really cool. Just another one of those signature Tinker Hatfield touches, really. And I also like the outsole. Obviously this outsole will become sort of yellow over time, but I'm a big fan of how this looks, and Jordan 7 looks quite sort of similar as well. And overall it's a cool shoe. I think my only thing with these is their comfort level's not that great. So here are the details for the Jordan 6 Carmine. It comes in a white, carmine red and black colourway, and it has a polyurethane midsole with a Nike airbag in the heel, and also one in the forefoot. And this is made up of all suede and leather upper. The suede is more of a sort of nubucky material, and the price is £170. So with the comfort and sizing, I think Jordan 6 are on the firm side. They're not very forgiving, and I find them probably one of the worst silhouettes to wear, in my opinion. And I find them probably on par, if not worse, than a Jordan 4. And they just feel very, very firm on foot. I'm not sure why that is, because they've got the sort of tech in there, and it's a newer silhouette than say a Jordan 3, but it kind of almost feels like they've got sort of progressively worse with their comfort. And maybe it was one of those things at the time that Michael Jordan needed that kind of firmness on foot. I don't know, but I think maybe that's why, by design, that it was done. But I will say the fact that with this being slightly newer silhouette, they have good support around the arch as well. So they have one of those sort of more contoured shape insoles and midsole. And I think with like Jordan 6s in general, you need a bit of time for it to sort of wear in. It's mainly sort of 5 to 10 hours before the kind of suede and the leather to sort of soften. And I think true to size works with these. I think you can potentially even go down half a size, because they run quite big in my opinion, but I tend to go true to size, but I have a wide foot. And I think the grip on these is average. It's one of those ones where they're using these almost like circle half sort of spear patterns in there, and it works. And I wouldn't say it's like bad in any way, but I think because the sneaker's heavy anyway, and the sole being quite flat, it does sort of sit low to the ground anyway, so you're not going to experience any sort of slippages. I think the only time you would is if it's very, very wet outside. So with the look and style, I do love the OG Carmine colour blocking on this. It's like I said, it's got this sort of Porsche-like look to it, and that's what the influence was and inspired by. So, and you know, you got the sort of the plastic heel tab, which is looking like a Porsche spoiler, and then the front looks like a Porsche as well, and then you got almost like these sort of sporty designs throughout the sneaker as well. I think this is a good one to sort of wear during the spring, autumn and winter time because of the red colourway. I think you just need to be a bit careful with the nubuck material, but other than that, it should be good to go with these types of seasons. And I think this one you can sort of dress casual, and I think even going towards a smart casual, but you just have to be a bit careful with what outfits you choose. You have to dress quite sort of plain, I think, with this. And you can put in sort of black laces, I think would work, as well as the, you know, like a red lace. And I think white laces and sail, I think the sail would probably pop more once the sort of sneakers has that sort of aged look to it. With the final thoughts, I like the OG Carmine colour blocking. The red is like a slightly different red than the varsity red, so it's on the more darker side. And in terms of the cons, I think the cost for these is just again, like any other Jordan, it's priced too high, and the comfort isn't great. I think it's one of the worst ones in my opinion. And maybe the Jordan 6 silhouette isn't for everyone because it's still quite a big, sort of bulky looking shoe, and in my opinion, I sort of prefer low cuts anyway. But this is one of those silhouettes that it works for some people and not for others. So with the ratings, I give the look and style for this a 5 out of 5. It's a classic sneaker and it looks really, really nice and really cool. The comfort, I'm going to just give it a 3 out of 5. It's not very comfortable in my opinion. And the quality, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. It's using nubuck materials, but it's not anything to shout about. And the pricing, I'll give that a 4. Like I say, Jordans are priced high anyway, so they need to be lower. But because this is a sort of classic OG Jordan, and this particular colorway as well is iconic, I think it's a 5 out of 5 for me. But I think if it was another colorway, I'd probably be giving it a bit of a lower score really, because of the comfort level.